Hey, everybody, it is Tuesday, 2/22/22 on our 22nd episode, our season finale that was not done on purpose. Tonight, we have Sequoia Bostick, a local Cleveland artist and illustrator. She's here to talk about Cleveland art, the arts film world, the art world, I should say, Vagabond Comics that she runs, and a bunch of other stuff she's got going on. We got some news coming from out of Sony with Craven the Hunter, and we got a little bit of everything else going on. But until then, here we go.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear, ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Thank you for tuning in to Blurs, Ohio's favorite Blurs. Ready, hit that notification bell on the YouTube channel. And if you listen to us while you're in the car, you can also listen to us on iHeartRadio. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button or at work and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts, including IG, where you can check us out, doing a little bit of everything. You can check us out on YouTube, Twitch as well. Check the link in the bio on IG. Give us a follow. So today, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for the entire season. But today is kind of a season finale. It's a season finale. Today is Tuesday. It's 2/22/22, and it's our 22nd episode. And as I said in the cold open, I sure as hell didn't plan that. That was serendipitous, full circle as it were. But what's going on with everybody? Let's start with the ladies first. Candy.
I'm just realizing I got chocolate chip cookie on my shoulder. That's what's going on with me.
So stop.
I don't know how. We're not even getting into it.
Thank you. Me and DC got the same look. We're just like,
I don't know. I was like, is that a crumb? And I was like, oh, that's
three
normal people put chocolate chip on their face. Brandy is so talented, she get chocolate chip on her shoulder.
I eat like a 5-year-old apparently, so stuff ends up everywhere. But hello, what's going on, everybody?
Candy, this is Candy. This is Sequoia Bostick. We want to thank her for coming on. She's a local Cleveland artist and illustrator.
So you're just gonna push past the fact that she got chocolate chip.
Got to keep it moving.
Oh wait,
I wanted to ask.
We're just gonna.
So many questions. I'm pretty because her face was just buzzing as us.
Wait, I'm about to address it. And this is how Candy introduced herself to Sequoia on our guest for our season finale.
I prefer to be authentic, Miss Sequoia, ma'am. And
that's authentic, all right.
You know,
it don't get no realer than that.
I don't know. This is also
why
you doing that chocolate on your shirt. Yeah, chocolate's good, baby.
Yeah,
I
love your Candy, but man, really, I gotta give you this.
No,
I gotta give you the snack.
No, I did good this time because normally I find something on me and I'm this person that's like, but I didn't do it.
No, wait, this is true. You normally are eating
I didn't do it, so that is true. I'll have you know.
She restrained herself.
I did. I'm feeling better. It's a 12.
She was shaking and shit. She was like,
I did. I was like, I'm on camera, man.
And chocolate chip was like, come on, nigga, lick me. She was like,
you know you want it.
No. I'm stronger. Chocolate chip like weak.
She's sweating and everything.
Chocolate chip like weak.
Oh my God! She got an angel on the other shoulder saying, "Don't do it, my child." And the chocolate chip is the devil.
It was fun too because I was like rushing to eat because I'm trying to be back on my not eating my bullshit after 8:00 and trying to watch stuff. So it helped me last time. So I'm just trying to do better. So when you're on that time crunch, and I got off at 7 tonight, I don't know how fast I ate. 2 chocolate chip cookies and spaghetti, but obviously.
Fast enough that they landed on your shoulder. There's still no explanation.
Fuck that. Did you just eat chocolate chips, cookies, and spaghetti?
Not together, of course.
Okay, I was about to say.
It didn't sound like she was saying it together, though, did she?
You got to separate that with a comma. See, that's why I have people have run on sentences.
I am no. That's not what I did. No.
Oh my god.
I like how I'm drinking alcohol.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
Oh man, what's going on with you, DC? Not chocolate chip cookies and spaghetti. I know that.
Judge me all you want.
Judge me. Already did it.
Today was momentous. Yesterday I put something out to the atmosphere and it was well received. So I've created something called the Council of Creatives, and what it pretty much is every week I'm going to have 9 other creatives, podcasters, whatever, and we're all going to sit down and have a summit, a dialogue, people talking about how they got started, when they got started, and just pretty much sharing their story for the world to see. No interviews. It's just pretty much just going to be an open discussion
like
for other people to
thing.
see. So it's pretty dope. A lot of people have been excited about it, so I can't wait. Cosplayers, authors, musicians, podcasters. There's been a lot of people wanting to be down with it. So 2 weeks is starting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Are you doing that for is that going to be your thing for the next whole What the Shit season?
Nope, it's separate from What
show.
the Shit. It's
Okay,
it's a whole new project. It's a whole
we've
new project.
We've taken on 2 shows now.
It's actually been on my mind for the last 6 months because somebody told me podcasters shouldn't podcast with other podcasters. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to bring together a group of creatives every week. And we all going to get along. We all going to network. It's going to be a mixer. It's going to be
so weird that people say dumb shit like that.
Well, I know. And I told the person, I was like, I don't believe that. And so he's like, that's just what it is. And I wanted to be able, because I've had some podcasters come to me who's trying to start and wanting a little mentorship, which is still new to me because being fresh in this game, it feels weird. But at the same time, it's humbling, but I guess it's I don't even know what
I don't want to say. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not eye opener, but it's broadening the horizons. I guess.
No, it just makes me feel good that apparently I'm doing something right. That people think highly of my opinion of podcasting. So I never want to take it for granted. I've met a lot of dope people doing this, and had a lot of dope conversations, and I just wanted to open it up to other genres, I guess, of entertainment and creativity. So every week I'm trying to get 9 different creatives in one party to commingulate and talk, ups and downs of getting started and things of that nature. But other than that, Monday's been good. So I'm really high on that.
What about you, Candy? She's like, how do I follow that after the chocolate chip cookie?
I've cleaned up the chocolate.
No, because
wait. She keeps speaking with the shoulder
Can I say something though? I actually got to thank Brandy though, because she's part of the reason I'm doing this.
Don't make me cry, nigga. I can't.
I'm trying. Look, don't. We're not gonna get together and be cool on the last episode. I know, but at the same time, I hear a lot of what people say. I'm stubborn, I do a lot of things, but I take everything to heart, what people say and how they do things. And I take a lot from different people. Like Candid Convos was kind of my inspiration for this too. So I got to thank you for that because you're killing it there. And I was like, well, she's bringing all these different people together. I want to do it on a larger scale because, I got to be better than you. So I got to do it bigger.
And there's where the hammer dropped.
But no, it's like a testament to what we've all grown into from like day one of watching us to now is just,
You get to be in Sequoia on this kind of like mini therapy session before we drill you with a million questions. That's really dope to hear because DC, if he's a hard egg to crack, if you try to crack the egg. I'm not interested in making omelets. I'm interested.
She said it with such a villainous tone.
No.
She's like, I'm not into making.
I'm not. No, I like to let people do them, be them, and I think it's really cool when someone can say, "I'm still standing in my truth, doing my thing, but I saw something you were doing, and I'm gonna still do it, but I'm gonna do it my way." Because I like what they do, and I'm always pushing, especially for men of color, have these people in, talk about how you feel, talk about your process, even if it's just how your day went, whether it's like in your relationships, the job, your kids, because we don't get that enough. And of course, I want it, more for Black women too, but we have a lot finally now, right? And I just don't feel like it is even when it comes to Black men having a voice. And the only voice right now that's getting a lot of traction are the Kevin Samuels of the world. And it's like they're more than that going on. So I'm excited for what he's about to do because I think that's going to be really, really
well.
dope.
This
really
I don't
count him though.
Yeah,
I'm counting him in the spirit of he's got a spot. He's got into it.
Is true.
It is not something I always agree with, but he got a seat at the fucking table. It's just what it is.
And that's what this is about. It's really building a bigger table.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bringing a lot of these creative people together and giving people the opportunity to be like, hey, I like what Brandy do. Brandy is on this panel. Let me pick her brain and see how she got started. What she do. Sequoia does comics. I want to do comics. Let me see how she get done. And everybody just open this catalog, this catalog of knowledge, and we all just share. And it's, I guess, a come to Jesus kumbaya type thing, but it's really just, a bunch of people just being in a room, just conversating about how you get started. What you do, ups and downs, well, the best way to do this, the best way to do that. And then all these ideas can be formed and somebody take a piece of that and, run with it and do something good and then call and be like, hey, I got this from you, but I need you to help me with this. Let's make this money.
And that's what it ends. That's what it actually ends up becoming. Let's make this money because me and DC have consistently said, me, DC and Courtney, we've consistently said there's room at the table for everybody. Everybody can eat.
For sure. Everybody eats, but to consolidate really quick what I've been up to, besides making sure I cram in season 3 of Daredevil, now that I know that he's going to be like a staple in the universe again, because girl, I stopped watching Daredevil after they canceled it because I was that much in my feelings. I ain't gonna lie, because I love the show so much. So now that Netflix said for anybody that ain't watch it, they're going to take it off March 1st. So make sure you cram in everything you can from Jessica Jones. What was the other one too? Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
We're not going back to that.
So just in case people may like it, but
there's some good news on the horizon.
I hope so, but I'm gonna fit that in when I can.
They're not bringing Michael Coulter back as Luke Cage, then it ain't good news.
There's nothing to talk about. So I'm gonna try.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige was like, "Come on, Mike, come on."
That ended.
They got the coins. I mean, you ain't doing shit else, to be honest. But anyway,
really
so I'm gonna fit that in. I got opportunities coming out of nowhere, like in-state, in planning, and I haven't even finished like some stuff that I need to finish for business first. So I can't even believe that stuff is popping off. But I'm starting to drink my own Kool-Aid as far as people being like, "Hey, I got you." Because listen now, because some people, like, you'll hear stuff about yourself and it's hard to believe. And I think I've struggled with some stuff for a while, but now that I'm trying to be paid for being myself, because I said every time I'm recording my own stuff or on somebody else's, I'm going to keep saying that out in the atmosphere. I'm going to be paid to be myself. And if people are saying, oh, you're this, you're that, you're magnetic, the fact that I get people to come together for different birthday parties for the whole month, because I celebrate my birthday all month, girl. I'm ridiculous. And I celebrate half birthdays, but I get people going in. Listen, it's my birthday all year. But the fact that on a small scale, my energy can transcend where people are like, let me acknowledge this. Let me send her stuff. There's no way I can't bring people together for events or create events for them or just like different things I'm trying to do, hosting. So I've been blessed to have 2 spaces basically offered to me to do what I want with, which is awesome. And I'm planning 2 events that are going to be in Denver. that hopefully a governor actually goes to. So I don't want to fuck that up. Educator. So I'm got my hands in that, and I basically have event planning to do, with the first event being April to September. And this is, I don't even have my like logo. So for anybody listening, if you feel like sometimes you don't have all the pieces together and you can't get started yet, fuck that shit, respectfully. Like, just start, because when people,
you know who I'm gonna tell you to go call. You know he's probably you know who I'm gonna tell you to call.
I already know. Actually, funny enough, for a logo, I went to my son because he draws and he wants to do comics. So
he doesn't draw. PJ's a fucking artist.
He is good. Some people be like, "Oh yeah, my son's sick with it. I'll send you some stuff, girl. He's sick with it." But I'm like, hey, mom needs a logo, and I kind of want it to look like this, but I want you to change the hair, make it more kinky, do the dress like this or whatever. And he was like, why are you asking me to do it? And I said, that is why I'm asking you to do it, because I want you to get to the point where you already feel like I'm the one to do this. And I like that other cultures, they hire within. I mean, the Asians got that shit on lock. They hire within. So keep the money within the family. You're already good at something. Do it. Like, this is what this is for you, because I'm trying to be a better example of living out my creative dream. So I'm not telling you all this stuff to do, but I'm like dying in a gray cubicle every day or whatever, or work at home. So I got a lot of stuff on my plate, but I'm very grateful. I'm trying to just keep my head above water, not get overwhelmed. But this is what I said I wanted God to do in my life. And I said 35 was going to be a game-changing year. And we're 2 months in. And so much has changed. So I got a lot. I got a lot. We're very blessed. Very blessed.
It seems like we're all kind of growing here. Because DC's adding a second show. I've already added a second show on Thursday nights for Fury's Reacts and Reviews. I'm taking Candy's advice, doing reviews and reacts to videos and whatever else, and doing character breakdowns,
character breakdowns are going to hit. I've told them this for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They're going to go crazy.
It was all about timing, and now the timing has arrived. And once again, I'm going to praise Candy on this one. Just kind of drink my Kool-Aid here.
Yeah,
and she's consistently, Chris, this shit. It's all in your brain. I'm like, I don't even know where you hold all. Yeah, I do. I hold a lot of this shit in my brain.
Like, you can ask him about anything, and he's like, actually, Mirror Master was created. It's like, what the fuck? Who knows this? Chris does.
Like, my old computer is literally like, the password to it was like 5266. And my wife was like, I don't even know what that is. I'm like, I do. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I remember stuff. But
use all that knowledge.
Yeah, so Thursday night, same time, same channel, 8:30. This week we'll be talking about Peacemaker. It'll be me, voice actor Mike Travis, who used to live here in Cleveland. He stays out in LA now. Miguel is coming on. Crazy 8 Day Grave is coming on. So the platform is open, as T'Challa would say. The gates of Wakanda are now open. The borders are open. Everyone's welcome. Just don't come with the bullshit. Sequoia, what have you been doing? Let's get to you.
Okay, well, you guys are all really awesome. Yeah, so this year for me has been, I guess, planning for the summer. A lot of the work that I do usually is once it's warm again. And yeah, so right now I've been like teaching. I work with Center for Arts Inspired Learning, which is a arts organization that puts like artists into schools that don't have any arts programming. So right now I'm doing their artworks program, and we're working with high schoolers from all over Cleveland. And we meet at Tri-C twice a week. And we do illustration projects, college readiness stuff like that, and like, you know, they kind of get to work as artists and they get paid, so it's fun. And yeah, so I do a lot of teaching, and then like I've been getting ready to do some mural projects that are going to be happening over the next few months, so getting stuff together for that. Working with Land Studios soon, and also with Maelstrom Collaborative Arts soon on 2 mural projects. So yeah, Yeah, it's like you said, Candy. Try not to get overwhelmed.
It's a lot. It sounds so amazing, everything you're doing, especially with the next generation of artists. And of course, I'm rooting for all the kids, but I'm biased to my people of color. So I'm always rooting for them to definitely have the table, not just the seat of it, had a house and all. As far as children, because how much I got to give you to just drop my son off. And
wait, why did she lowered the glasses? She lowered the glasses.
They do the program year round. So 9th through 12th grade is usually their age range for that program. They do it year round. They are doing a summer session. So if you're interested in that, they would be doing like a 5 days a week thing. I think perhaps downtown. I know last time they did it at the library downtown. But yeah, just like sign up, go to their website.
Screeching away now.
Listen, no, the big people here knock on her door.
All right, PJ, go ahead and do some.
No, we'll have to wait.
Yeah, it's actually really fun
right now. So, but I did want to pay attention to local stuff while he's going to high school this year. So he's finishing 8th grade and then summer and then going to 9th grade. So I did want to keep my eye out for things like this because I feel like it's important. So yes,
it's amazing. It's amazing that you're doing stuff like that because what a lot of people don't understand about Cleveland has a lot of ties when it comes to the art world, comics, illustration, the whole nine. And some people don't even know that like Cleveland was the freaking birthplace of Superman. Like Metropolis is based off the Cleveland skyline. So a lot of people when they hear that, like Superman, like that guy.
Didn't know it until I was in the airport and I was reading all the stuff that was there, and I was like, "Wow, holy shit!" That's not what people are going for.
Yeah, like we have like music. We're known for some music and everything, but there's also the cultural side of things like that. I mean, even film like Avengers was filmed here. Spider-Man was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was filmed here. Parts of that film was here. And so to have ties to comics and art, just art in general, is an amazing thing, and we get to finally get more recognition for that. Talk to us about Vagabond Comics.
I came from Nashville, Tennessee. That's where I'm originally from, to go to art school here at the Cleveland Institute of Art. And when I got there, I only knew about like Marvel and DC, like comics and stuff like that. But I began to learn more about comics and like all the different kinds of genres. And one thing I discovered is indie comics, which isn't very like superhero based, but it is still comics. And it's more from like telling stories about life, kind of slice of life kind of things. So when I graduated in 2014, the first question everyone kind of asked themselves, I love that artwork. The first question everyone asked themselves is like, what do we do now? Like we got our art degrees and like some of us got jobs right out the bat, but some of us are like, we don't really want to do that kind of stuff. So how do we, how do we take our artwork and make it our own and be able to do things outside of working in an office or working in a cubicle? So me and my best friend, Amalia DiGirolamo, we decided to start this anthology called Vagabond Comics. So it started in 2015, where we just got ourselves and a group of our friends and we said, hey, let's just make some comics and we'll see where this goes. And so we published our first issue in 2015 with 6 artists, and that's including us. 4 of them were, 2 of them went to school with us, and then 2 of them were friends that I brought in from Tennessee. And we created the first issue. I personally think it's terrible, but everyone loves it.
That's a creator.
You are a harsh critic.
A creative. That's one thing about a creative. Yeah. We are always our harshest critic.
Yeah.
So how many times did you feel like you need to scrap it before?
It was just like a crapshoot in terms of just getting it together. Like it was just hard to get it together because we were all just like fresh out of college going, wah! And so like stressful. But since then, there's now 13 issues. We've been going since 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, our 13th issue came out like last month, and it's the unlucky issue because 13, but also with everything. So yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, we've been traveling to like comic book shows. Like we've done Wizard World. We've done like Genghis Khan is the local indie comic book convention here that we've been attending for since maybe 2014. So yeah, just a lot of cool stuff.
See, and like I said earlier, having a lot of local artists, like the Rust Belt Monsters. They do murals all over freaking Cleveland. You're pretty much a mainstay at Carolyn Johns over on the west side in Cam's Corners. Which is why I'm like, I know I've seen her before, and that's why I've seen her. And so, seeing looking at posters and looking at the murals that they put up great murals every.
Oh yeah, we have Tim Swint and Quill Collat. They both have had comics in our issues, and I think Tim actually did the cover for issue 9, our Midnight Creepers issue. So yeah, he was the illustrator on that.
It's amazing. So. This is great having you on because it's kind of like I said, it's Tuesday, it's 22nd episode, final season finale. Everything just kind of wrapped up with a nice little bow.
Brain freeze on that? What the
fuck? Like so much, just so much happened.
Like Johnny Five.
Like somewhere Candy, like in Candy, and one of Candy's little affirmations, she was like 222 on a Tuesday means da 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 da.
That seems like something I would post. And then what makes it funny, half-ass believing it too. So I'm working on that too. I have a habit of believing it more for other people sometimes than myself. So as I'm breaking out of that, it seems like more things are manifesting properly in my life. But I'll believe it all day for someone else. I'm like, Sequoia, you can go to the moon and back. You are the bomb. Nobody can stop you. And then I'll do like
chocolate on my shirts.
Chocolate on your shirt. And you're going to plan an event with chocolate on your shirt.
I have to check myself as well.
Look, I've got people paranoid now. See, it's a thing. It is a thing. We're already in a pandemic. It's a thing.
Blame it on the panorama.
I will. DC earlier, it sounded like he was going to ask you a question of how many times did you possibly like scrap something? Were you going that route with the question?
No, yeah, because she said she didn't like the first issue. She didn't. So how many times did you kind of scrap it, come back to it? Because I know, like we as creatives, you'll start something and you'll be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm done with this," and you'll ball it up, throw it in the corner, and then you'll come back.
Shit out of it.
Yeah, you'll sketch them out, but you'll come back and unravel them. Like, you know what? I was mad. I'm sorry. Let me look at you again. Let me start over with a clear mind, full heart. So,
I'm saying that from now on. Clear mind, full heart. I love that.
Yeah, that's something. It was like an old sports saying, like clear eyes, full heart, you can't lose, or some shit like that. So I just adapted, like, whatever I just said, because I just forgot just that quick. But
you said clear mind and a full heart. I'm writing it down.
That one. I started saying that for a while. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why that feels like it works, but it works. So have you ever, kind of scrapped some stuff and came back to it, or just, got frustrated or something?
So yeah, for the first issue, like it was like a thing where we brought it up at the beginning of the year and was like, hey, like we want to put together this thing. We'll give you like 3 months to work on your thing. And it doesn't have to be like a full comic. It could be like, we set our maximum at eight pages, and gave people 3 months to do 8 pages, which is a lot. And also we didn't know what we were doing at the time. So it was just like, okay, go for it. And then we came back 3 months later and no one had anything. And we were like, oh, yeah, cool.
All right, this is smashing.
So they were like, okay, we'll do it in the summer. We'll do it in the summer. And so yeah, we gave 3 more months, and then something did come together. And like just learning the process of how people work, because me and my friend are two very different people, and we have very different personalities and very different ways of how we do things. And so figuring that out was also part of the process. Like Amelia's more of like the editor who lays the book out, and I can do it, but my stuff looks like shit most of the time. I'm the one who gets the people.
So relatable content.
Some right
great.
brain people
Bringing
just
the
don't
logo
do
was
the
like that.
details.
Yeah. So I would say that she definitely had more of a designer's eye in terms of how it would look. Like when we came up with the name Vagabond, we were like, why are we calling it Vagabond? And I'm like, well, we don't really have jobs yet, and so we're kind of like
better than unemployed.
Unemployed Comics issue 1.
Yeah. So
The
yeah,
Food
so we're like, yeah, and like I was like, oh well, we need a logo, and I was like, well, I went the plain route. I was just like, why don't we do a bindle? That's fun, and yeah, I was like, well, that looks like a child's cartoon logo. I don't know, and then she drew this trash can that was on fire, and I was like, oh my god, we're hot garbage. This is great. Like, so like, and it's surprisingly a very relatable logo. Every time someone sees it, they're like, this is me. I'm a
dumpster fire.
Yeah. So we made our tagline, "Tales around the trash can fire," and that kind of sparked it into more of like a communal, like community-based like storytelling. And then we decided to start introducing themes. Each issue is like a different theme, so we go like, okay, it gives you an opportunity to show how much of a hot garbage person you are, and like, tell your story, and it's great. So it got better after the first issue. It became more of less of a hassle, I guess.
You found your zone. That's what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, you found your rhythm.
Obviously, we're 13 in, and I think that's incredible, especially when you're working in a group, because I think some people think that things should be easier when more people are working together, which essentially they can be, but you have to find that rhythm first. So there's different learning styles, personalities, and there could be a lot of back and forth before something's even done. So the fact that you guys, like Chris said, found your rhythm, and it's like issue after issue, like that's dope. And what would you say was kind of, because you got into it a little bit, what would you say was like easier for the group or maybe for yourself? Getting the illustration done or getting any type of like the verbiage done for it? What's harder?
So I think it was easier because it was easier to kind of let the artists kind of do their own thing. So we asked about what they were going to do their comic on. So the illustrator writes and illustrates their comics. So we don't actually come up with the stories. They actually write the story and they actually put their comic together. So we found that it was easier to kind of let people do their own thing and do their own style and tell their own story. So it's not cohesive in that sense. And yeah, so that made it a lot more fun because people could kind of take the theme and twist it any way they want it. Like I think for like issue 2, we made it food. We called it Scraps. And it was a food theme issue. Okay, that's the other thing.
I love how she's flipping it, and it sits so well.
So that was where I came in, where I made it creative. Like, oh, what's the thing going to call? Oh, it's going to be a food issue, but we have to make it sound like hot garbage. So, what do we call it? Call it Scraps. And yeah, like my comic was about someone drinking too much coffee and shitting themselves. So that was my story. But then someone else's story
was
relatable,
though.
With the relatable content.
Yeah. So but yeah, that was just what I thought about it. But flashbacks.
He's like, it's 8 hours ago.
8 hours of coffee might not be the brightest thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Seems well at the time. It's ill-conceived idea, though. I'm gonna get through this workday with 8 straight hours of hot black coffee.
Especially when it's free at the job, it's just like getting more coffee.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh shit, look at all this free coffee. They didn't really love us. No, they just really want you to work.
Exactly.
I'm
like, that Keurig machine cost him nothing.
Actually, ours at my job, it was given to us.
I believe it.
Here, have some of this.
It was like my brother had a Keurig at the house. Man, I'll just bring this in and I got Keurig.
There's the origin story.
The origin story, right?
There's always an origin story.
Oh man, yeah, that was kind of based on a true story. So
do tell.
That was
Show
it.
me yours, I'll show you mine. We all have a coffee shitting story to tell somewhere down the line.
That's that, like, probably Yeah, every other American has that story. There's no way you don't.
If you did a poll right now, 95% of America has drank too much coffee and shit
for
themselves,
sure.
or just almost shit themselves.
I
Like
used
the
to-
wombat was out the cave a little bit, soon enough. It was touching cotton, not to get
No.
graphic.
I found out the hard way in college.
Like, that ain't what I thought it was.
You like, it's a surprise. You play Russian roulette with your ass. You be like, that's a game show. Is this a shit or a shark or a fart?
There was this drink cup, and it was called Black
You like,
Magic.
oh no, that was the wrong one.
And I drank too much of it, and that was my first experience. I used to be like, how do people not know when they got to go to the fucking bathroom? Y'all dumb,
Oh,
right?
I
And
know.
I had like 6 of those cups of like the
She's
Black
just like,
Magic, and even
this
took
is
some
a-
home.
oh,
And then,
how can it?
yeah, so I'm in the car.
Excuse me, PJ, I gotta pass
by
gas.
yourself. You're like,
Oh, that
I
ain't-
gotta pass gas. I can pass gas because I'm in the car by myself. And then I said, oh no, ma'am. This
This ain't what you want.
this is what I'm going to be.
Like,
And then you realize how strong your ass
Mr.
muscles
Quickest
are.
route to home.
The
came
way
through the
that
city.
I drove across Country Club Boulevard, like fast as fuck. Like the mall was a blur because I'm like, I have to get home. And luckily I have an elevator so I don't have to do the stairs. Because I couldn't imagine having to go to the bathroom and you have to get on
Oh,
stairs.
there's no tightening going up the stairs.
There's no tightening up the stairs. You gotta be a porn star to tighten up the stairs. That's not regular civilian
That's
work.
why they get paid the big bucks.
And here
Yeah.
at DC Chambers and Associates, we're here to make
We're gonna make sure that your ass is
I
tight.
get you paid.
Because if your ass ain't tight, your money ain't right.
Oh, man.
Never worry about sharding again. Exactly.
Right.
Yep. You know, you find out, you fuck around, you find out.
You
That's
fuck around
right.
and find out. The
Yeah.
science
But
is
then,
still
but you know what the crazy part is? You start testing your limits the next day. You be like, okay, the last of that had 8 cups. Can I do 6?
No, right? I do. Like,
What's
stop
where?
drinking.
Where do I draw the line at so I know
Yeah.
where's
So
the line
you-
of demarcation?
Look,
4? Is it 4?
What was the moment?
What was the
where
defining
coffee
factor?
was too much?
Was it the creamer? What creamer? I'm not using no more French vanilla. You straight
But I do
regular.
oatmeal because I'm lactose, so I was like, it couldn't have been the cream. Like I was stressed. Y'all understand? I was really stressed, but I had already made up my mind. I'm not leaving this coffee alone. It's like when you're addicted to a bad man. It's like I'm not breaking up with Devontae. I got to figure this out, and that's how I felt about this coffee.
I cannot function without coffee. I'm sorry. I was pissed because I'm sad because I left my coffee cup like an hour away from my last order.
Oh no!
But luckily I just got a new coffee cup. Oh, that is a good shirt. We should have like coffee, like a cup of coffee. It's
Man,
a cup of coffee.
Right, that's what the cup of coffee.
For sure.
With the coffee at the top, put the toilet at the bottom.
Oh, it's just a coffee cup that say "fuck around and find out" on the shirt.
That's
And on
it.
the back it say "this shit's happening."
Oh. That's good.
You heard it in first.
That was the original cleanse, the original Herbalife. It was definitely
Yeah.
Original Herbalife.
fucking coffee.
But you know what's crazy? Like as a kid, I was like, because my dad was a truck driver, so he used to always drink coffee like all day long. But he was always in the bathroom, so I never put the two together. And I always swore you never put 2 and 2 together as a kid. Like maybe he just shits a lot. I don't know why he's shitting. Maybe like fiber. I don't know. Fuck. I was like,
You don't care as a kid. You don't care.
so
You just know how daddy came out.
I was like, I'm never drinking coffee. And then I started drinking coffee, and I was like, oh, that's why he was always in the bathroom.
And aren't like coffee beans, like don't they get them from shit? The cocoa coffee beans?
Well, it's
No.
like a monkey eats these like weird beans and then like shits, and that's kind of in some places
Yeah.
like that expensive ass like Starbucks coffee. That's really what it is. It's like shit.
I
toast.
heard like you're
It's
yeah,
like
there's
Caraco or some shit. They eat this
something
plant
like that.
and take
I
the
heard
shit,
I heard where it came
and like
from.
their
Like,
shit is
damn.
so rich. Look at us being like fucking fucking coffee
We done turned into
experts.
lab scientists here. Like,
Welcome to Blurred's Eye Coffee Shop.
DC with the white coke in the beaker.
you walk over there. And then we need a white
I'm like
board.
this. Yes, the coffee is it's very rich.
Oh,
Her
my
computer
God.
died.
Yeah, I think her computer might have died. But I'm hanging
But
on to
no,
it just in case.
before we get back to her, it's a true story. Like it's a certain monkey that eats these certain plants, and they really go scavenging for this shit. in the world, like, and pick this shit up. And I don't know how they clean it, but I definitely don't drink that brand of coffee.
I need to know whose resume that is. I need to know who.
Imagine you go to fucking Walmart and be like, "Yeah, I need a job," and your last, you be like, "There you go."
Yes, sis.
Your last job was like fucking shit coffee.
My CPU needs coffee.
Not too much.
Not too much. You don't want to go too bad.
It's hot.
You gotta find out that ratio.
It gets hot. It's on the charger.
Oh,
By that
My
third day,
my
you're trying to figure out, like, I don't know if this third one's gonna do it.
if it's hot on the charger, you might want to get that checked out.
I said, wait, then I made a mistake.
Like, maybe I'm drinking it too fast.
Yeah, I was like, did I have too many cups before 12? Like, I was bugging because I couldn't figure it out.
Like, it's really sad. I can't even do coffee anymore. Like, my cup of coffee is this much in a regular.
Girl, that's a little espresso shot. Oh my god!
Exactly. That's all I can do now because
that's a tequila shot.
Get so much coffee.
Just have tequila instead.
It messed me up. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep drinking because if not, I'm an angry person.
Ooh, if I had a full cup, you will notice.
Oh.
Or if I had a full cup, they'd be like, "Man, this motherfucker's on crack." Coffee. You know what, Joe Rogan? My Lord, we had a lot of coffee. What was that episode of Wayans Brothers when Pops he was trying to avoid his taxes? He had the little full hat. That's how I'd be if I'll get coffee. I'd be like, the birds. I need coffee.
Real.
Oh my god.
As a matter of fact, I ain't had coffee in 2 days. I'm jonesing for a cup. I can't.
And then, like, I feel like as soon as you smell it, like, I could be good. Look, I look like, oh my god.
I was at work. I was pissed because everybody was drinking coffee, and I wanted to slap their fucking cups out their head. Like, if I ain't getting coffee, nobody getting coffee. Shut this shit down.
And then relatable content with DC having a moment about his coffee cup, because I have several coffee cups that I drink different coffees out of. I had one that would be good for the job.
No, we got one cup.
No, I have several different cups.
One cup.
I have a variety.
One at work, one at home. That's it. Ain't no different coffees. They all get mixed together.
I did have a favorite because I noticed when my boyfriend drank out of it, I felt away. And that's also how I knew it's been a minute since I had been in a relationship, because I was like, I don't know how to share. And I don't like that you drink out of my cup.
He's sitting up there drinking and she's sitting up there in her monologue. You son of a bitch.
I know. You know what? I wasn't in there. He was feeling because it's a donut cup and it has a little spice base and it has a hole in it. It's a perfect coffee cup. And he was like, "Oh, babe, like the coffee cup, it's got a little smiley face on it." Like, I ain't know. It's my cup. That's my cup. I know what the cup got on it because I bought it. You could have bought it if you wanted it.
Like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this.
Oh,
I went to Fresh Time where I found a cup. I said, I'm gonna get him his own cup because I can't share. I can't. And I did scratch and I looked like a crack. I had to stop. I was like, what am I doing?
It's like the chocolate chip episode, right? It's just,
But I was gonna buy him his own donut cup, and then I said, no, fuck that, because why should he have a cup like my cup? That's petty. That's so petty.
And then she hit him with the lean. That's petty.
But I meant that shit because that's my cup.
Solid.
And I stand on that. I guarantee.
I'll stand on that. All caps, son.
I feel the way. Maybe I would say it's a Libra thing, but I don't believe in all the zodiac shit all the way. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a middle child.
Man.
I don't like sharing.
Oh my God. But well, we know now Candy's limit on coffee is 4.
It's really probably 2 while you playing, but I'll be pushing it like, well, it's 11 o'clock.
One more ain't gonna hurt.
Right. Oh my God. Like,
next thing you know, she was like,
man,
that might not work.
You know it's bad when your kid is like,
that's how it sounds. By that 4th one, that's how it sounds.
Listen, I'm work from home now, and Tuesday sometimes will be like, I heard you through the wall, right? And I'm like, wow, judging.
Boundaries. Boundaries.
That's what BJ is saying. Boundaries.
Why not, T-Mart?
Forgot you were home. Sorry.
Yeah, I got uncomfortable. He said wrong.
Is he peeking around the corner like,
I love you, but don't ever do that shit again.
That's how he is. My son will just do the judging look. He'll look around the corner. This is him now. It'll just be one of these. And then he'll just go about his business.
Oh my God. Oh, switching gears. We're gonna hit this commercial real quick. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about just a little bit of geek news. Oh my God. Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights. Tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now, for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant, or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant. You know what? The guys in the woods, I never paid attention to the dude in the middle. He's the one that's getting hyped up the most.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's Ahmoud. I'm telling you, they do this every year. They had this retreat. It's called Get Away From Your Wives. And what they do is they go into the jungle and the woods, and they have this little get together.
How many times?
When I was I'm not gonna lie. When I wrote this shit, we was in school, and the teacher was like, "Hey, you gotta write something." And I was like, "I ain't writing shit." She's like, "Just do it." I was like, "All right, well, salty balls. That's what you get."
that sounds about DC. I ain't writing shit, but if I have to, it's gonna be.
If I have to, if you really want me to work,
if you really press.
He knew to give it to me, and I just went with it. I'm like, I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, Chris was very much like, give it to Mikey. He likes it. Like,
I wasn't gonna read it. I wrote it.
I know that's right. Put that on the shirt. I'm not reading what I wrote.
I'm pretty much the guy. Like,
it is a good shirt. I'm not reading that shit. I wrote it.
I'm not reading. I wrote it.
DC, me and DC's relationship, we real cool, and our relationship is pretty much like, hey, we need to go over here and whoop somebody's ass, and I'm like, whose car are we taking? That's just kind of how it works. It's like, whose car?
Like, everybody was writing all these elegant commercials, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm bored. This is boring. No, you're gonna do. You got to do something. That was elegant. I know. It was straight from the heart.
From the heart.
Wow.
That was
I think
it was actually my piece de resistance.
Bye.
Everybody loves the chocolate salty balls.
Nah.
That came out wrong as shit.
Definitely did.
I was gonna make a joke, but I was like, especially after gym practice, but never mind.
Dad, someone said it is iconic now. It is the moment. Please don't hype them up. We'll never hear the end of it. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
It's actually true story. It doesn't give you the shits like coffee, so it's actually better for you. It's made with healthy junk that keep you going.
Healthy junkie? What?
I was about to say that was
I've never heard of a healthy junkie.
It's made with healthy junk blood. So you know.
Healthy run the triathlon. Healthy junkie.
Yeah, he was a junkie, but he ran real. So he was actually a triathlon track star. So
So Sony Spider-Man No Way From Home has officially unseated Avatar.
Yo, it's Mark Cooper. Oh, sorry. I got excited. Yeah.
Oh, yo, what's up, Mark? What's going on, Mark? We're gonna have him on the next season for Gerald's Fields. He did a release for that, so that's gonna be duped. But
I said the same thing.
But
You did?
Yeah, Sony.
Yeah.
So Sony's riding high off, making all this money off of Let There Be Carnage and now Spider-Man No Way Home. And so they're going to keep riding this train, and they're doing Kraven the Hunter. Now, I don't know if they're doing the same route like WB is doing when they did the standalone Joker film, but Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's better known as Kick-Ass.
Yeah, I was like, that's Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah, that's Kick-Ass.
And
He's playing Kraven.
He was just like him. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah,
likeness.
see, that's.
Pretty good
I
likeness.
didn't even know that was him.
Fantastic casting visually.
Yeah, this might be a better job for him than Quicksilver.
That outfit is so extra.
That's how you know you got money. Like, you need to get me a fucking lion face vest. Like,
He said to the designer, give me a lion's head. I want a gold rope belt as well.
like, I want something flamboyant. Give me a fucking lion face with leopard fucking
Pretty
belts.
much. Give me something a drag queen would wear. Royal wise.
I'm channeling Prince on a Saturday night in Madison Square Garden.
Exactly.
Chitlin Prince.
It's definitely giving me Wakandan drag. That's
Oh
what
my god! But
Definitely
they're
Okoye
adding,
Fall
they're
92.
adding Fred Hetchinger. That's the kid's name. So they're adding Fred Hetchinger, who was last seen on Fear Street, which is on some kid that's from on Netflix. He's been in a bunch of stuff I've never seen. Let's put it that way.
Who the fuck is that guy?
But it's this guy. He's been in Fear Street, which is on Netflix.
Okay.
But he's playing Chameleon. He's been tapped to play Chameleon. And
Why don't you just say a chameleonaire?
Huh?
Yeah.
I can see your face. You said, did you say chameleonaire?
Yeah. Better
If
choice.
you don't have a mask on anyway,
Might as well. He's got the post.
What-
Really ain't gotta change his name. Just drop the air off of it.
that's it. That could be
But,
Bootsy up there. We don't know.
Boosie. Oh my god! But it seems.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna hesitate on that one. I think I know.
Might hesitate on that.
Yo, put that vest up one more time.
Hold on.
Let's,
critique
no,
this
we're going to
vest.
dissect this. Let's look.
Oh, you talk about
I don't think they would
The
have
vest. The vest.
maybe if they had rhinestones on it. So
Now look. Now look. He got
eyes,
the go. He got the glowing eyes. The whole mane. He got
And then,
paw
like-
prints on his shit and
Yeah.
hobo gloves.
And then the little whatever's on his bicep, that nigga cut as hell. What is going on? Everybody is super shape. You want to be a superhero, be in super shape, nigga. That is the
Or get you one of these weird lion man vests.
listen.
like my man Craven here.
Ain't that Simba? Oh my god, it's Simba!
Everything's connected. Disney owns everything.
They do.
They own
But-
everything.
Yeah,
but
man,
I
they
think
killed Simba for that shit.
It's crazy because
Came from the pride.
Sony is seeing themselves. Sony is seeing themselves in a different light because they have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Part 2 coming out. I think it's this year. Is it this year? Later this year? Later in the fall, I want to say. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like December, Christmas time?
I think so. Yeah, somewhere November, December, somewhere in that window. So they're basically right now they're writing their gift horse, which is Spider-Man.
Marvel.
Everything's Spider-Man. They're writing that gift horse.
You need a sugar daddy Marvel.
She said, actually, I'm seeing Village People singing YMCA. So yeah, you're right.
And he the Y.
Like, nigga, why did you wear that?
He the Y. He said, I gotta be first. Rawr. But no, Marvel is Sony's sugar daddy.
Yeah, Marvel is the sugar daddy for them.
So that's why they getting all these
Stop
pro.
saying that.
Why? It's true.
Look, Kevin Feige, he was just like,
but it's true. If Marvel didn't step in and put that $40 on the counter,
Wow.
so well, 40 million in their case, but still, they put that 40 million on the counter. Was like, call me in
and
the
it was
morning.
like, look,
Right.
they pretty much was like, look,
And then Spider-Man was born.
They was like, look, you ain't making this without us.
They wasn't.
So
knew what they was doing.
let us help you by putting money in our pocket. They put a pimp line.
Everybody ate.
And everybody ate.
Just Marvel ate more.
This is true.
Marvel always eats more.
Listen, the way this contract's probably set up,
You can't say nothing. You don't know nothing. You ain't heard
a
nothing.
Marvel
6
Disney
months.
contract. It's like you probably couldn't even. They'd be like, you need to forget that you even signed this shit because nobody needs to know.
I really think they be forgetting they signed that shit. They hit it with that motherfucker Men in Black, White Jack Flash thing after they signed the contract. All right, I'm signed. Boom. Where? What?
They can't listen anymore. Not after Tom Holland. Every interview, that mug is like telling shit all the time.
It got so bad they gave that motherfucker fake scripts. Like they was giving him fake scripts.
That was the perfect thing to do because it's like you.
They didn't let him know what was going on until it was going on. Like they brought him on the stuff. Like, all right, Tom, here's what we're gonna do real quick. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that. That wasn't in the script. Shut the fuck up.
They probably had him do 3 different takes and then edited the one they were actually going to use because they're just
that's
like,
right. They did that shit 56 times.
And that was that.
I ain't gonna lie though, like I would have felt a way of being like Andrew Garfield or Toby, just not being able to do any of the premiere stuff, knowing you're in the movie, but you couldn't know because people would know. Because especially if I was Andrew, but it's my motherfucker.
He put on a hell of a poker face.
That was
like it was so said that she texted him for months. It was like, "Are you?"
They had his dog
He lied
captive.
to his ex-girlfriend. He lied to the woman he killed over and over again. Like, no, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. And
Emma Stone was like, "You didn't tell me."
Pretty much, he couldn't.
Like,
they had his dog.
Listen, this dude was
like,
his
dog hostage.
He didn't tell his parents. No one knew anything.
Tell anybody we'll kill little Foo.
Pretty much.
This nigga was like,
but I think
hey, off stage, the dude holding his dog with a gun or something. He's like, are you in the movie? No.
They will kill. Your son likes art. He doesn't go to that school on the west side of Cleveland. What?
We'll break all his fingertips. He'll be painting with his toes.
Again. I'm the boom operator in the movie. I'm not even in the movie.
I just get sandwiches. What the fuck?
Like, I don't even know who's there.
I watch leotards all day. Why you put me on silence restrictions?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
It'd be the dude who took the people with the taxi getting hit with restrictions. You never brought him here.
They shut that.
I believe it. Like
look, they going after your boy now.
Who?
Ryan Reynolds.
White Jesus? Wait, isn't Jesus already white? Wait.
I was gonna say what?
Because of this whole Doctor Strange thing.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, it's the multiverse. Why wouldn't he show up? And he's like, I'm not in the movie. And it was like, Ryan, you've trolled us before.
It's how he said it. When he tweeted, he was like, I promise you, I'm absolutely not, like, it was all extra. And it's like, boy, you play too much already.
You play way too much. And you're just like,
yeah.
And then his whole like, as DC would know, because he is a fucking like Ryan Reynolds aficionado. Like, he knows.
I actually have a shrine in the temple built like Helga from Hey Arnold.
He knows all about Deadpool. Watched the movies a million times, and even in the Deadpool film, as many times as they made those X-Men jokes, or like, oh, we couldn't afford to have so and so show up, or blah blah blah. It would make so much sense to have Ryan and Wolverine and all the rest of these people show up, even if it was only for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool. Yeah.
It would be cool. Like, now we know this is like a thing, and as long as someone's available, there's so many actors that are like,
I
am honestly waiting for them to connect X-Men to everything. So
Patrick Stewart was like, he was like, I didn't even say anything. He was like, they just used my voice. I'm like, not Patrick Stewart too. Y'all just come on.
Nigga, you in the
now,
movie
now Patrick Stewart seemed like the type of nigga that'll keep the fuck out of a secret. He seemed like he ain't gonna tell shit.
Patrick Stewart still got girls from in the 80s he ain't even told he was with.
I'm gonna tell you what Patrick
he's still giving out the list from the 70s.
Look, I'm gonna tell you Patrick Stewart's
secret.
story. It was about 10 years ago, Wizard World Cleveland. It was in Mid-Ohio. And he was one of the guests there, and I was there Friday night, and I was watching the lines and everything. These two older women come up. Oh, is Patrick Stewart here? I'm like, ma'am, I'm not sure who's in the venue because I'm not on the floor. I'm just doing the line. So I'm like, I'm not sure if he's in there or not because it's like 7 o'clock at night. So he was like, oh, and I'm like, And the way they were falling over, I'm like, oh, these women are groupies. Like,
I've been with them before.
Yeah.
Depression.
Y'all shit was moist. Waiting for Sir Patrick Stewart. Y'all waiting on man, big time.
The word moist and old women don't.
Well, apparently he had that effect.
Don't go.
Okay.
They don't.
That is something that I did not want to know.
Yeah, that was. I've said some fucked up things in my life, but that might have been the most fucked up sentence I've ever heard in the history of sentences.
Moist and old.
Oh, Jesus, you doubled down. What the fuck?
DC don't like hearing about the prohibition pussy. He don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like to. It's just the word moist that just don't. Moist and women don't.
It's an annoying word. I'll give you that.
It just to fix your mouth to say moist.
Hey, no, like
that just. That's the worst word in the English dictionary. Like, there's
that's
so
something
many
they say in like whiteboard.
If it's not describing cake, it doesn't count.
It's cock moist. Moist
this
cock.
cock makes you moist, doesn't it? Whoa.
Oh.
No.
That's on page 1. Ew.
I don't think anybody can say that and it's going to seal the deal.
See, not to go off subject, but there's nothing sexy about that.
It's what we do, right?
I know, but still, there's nothing sexy about that. Like, I don't know why.
I'm going to send a text right now to like a couple of random girls.
Huh?
I said, I'm going to send the text right now to a couple of random girls and they're like, do I make you moist?
It's like, ew. It just make me feel like you dating a sponge or a motherfucking cake.
I just feel like you need a pap smear and you need to go get checked out at that moment. I feel like something's not right.
A delectable moist brownie down there, I guess. I don't know what the fuck.
Wait. I'm gonna send it to my boyfriend. I'm moist as a brownie. Like,
oh, I just swore off brownies, right? It was at this moment I knew I wasn't gonna eat brownies ever again. I'm gonna have nightmares. Serving brownies at the retirement home, and I'm just gonna have a flashback like I'm in Nam. Yeah. Brownies, moist, old women. Ah!
It's a post-war flashback.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So
we gotta shut down though. But
this motherfucker said moist old women flocking for Patrick Stewart.
Hey, he seemed smooth though. He seemed like one of them like Kingsman type guys. Where it's like,
he do.
He
actually do though.
He seems like smooth as hell. I bet you for real, like he get the bitches. I bet you.
He was knocking them down back in the day.
I bet you.
Look, he talks with the Queen's English, so
pretty much.
So
anybody that talks like him or Idris Elba, it's like you don't even gotta say shit. You could just do your ABCs, and I'm like, what is going on?
I'm so moist.
I'm moist as a brownie right now.
This never happened.
No, the more you say it, I can see.
See how it's fucked up? Just the next time you want to piss somebody off, just be like moist.
I was 100% for the word.
How's your day? How's the weather outside? Moist. How's your chicken? Moist.
Moist. They do say it's the moistest meatloaf. Nah.
Yeah.
Oh man! So before we get out of here, Sequoia, tell everybody where they can find you at. Oh my god!
Moist
yeah. Okay. All right. You can find me on Patreon. First of all, it's Sequoia Bostick Art. I've been on there since the beginning of the pandemic, so I am trying to keep that going. I update weekly. This is the link to my store, so you can check out all my prints and stuff on there. I update that on a monthly basis as well. And you can also find me on Instagram at Sequoia Bostick Illustration. Mm-hmm.
Go.
Woo!
Oh my goodness. Candy.
We're kindred spirits because we did the same whatever the fuck this dance is. I don't even.
It's the anxiety.
It's the
my chicken's not moist.
That's how I'm trying to pack. You just
running through the house.
Just
Another way to freak people out.
I am at Cosplay. My little Linktree link is in the bio. That's where you'll see the charities I support, information about the events that I'm doing, my Tickety Talk, my Twitter, which I'm almost at 1,000 followers now. I will let you younger people know, for an older person, that is a big fucking deal because Twitter's hard and you actually have to tweet and it's hard. So I'm very happy for the organic growth there. And yeah, get ready for these events. Adult prom will be coming up before we motherfucking know it. I got a gin and chill event that's coming up in Cleveland. More information about that will be out by like the beginning or mid-March. I got some cosplays finally coming up of like obscure characters that I know people will know when they see it, but it's not like the regular shit that you see. So I'm very excited about that. And then we got like Blurred Con and all type of shit coming up that I need to get ready for because I have an idea and I don't mind sharing it here, but I have an idea for Blurred Con, which I believe is Homecoming. And I want to do, I'm not going to share the other idea because it's just too raw to share, but I want to do a cheerleading version of Jade from Mortal Kombat. So I have some cool ideas for like the pom-poms having like the magenta plasma strip in it that's normally in her staff and works with some LED light. Like it's gonna be super cute. So I'm very excited about these kind of like homecoming HBCU inspired outfits for BlurredCon. Like super hyped about that.
All right. Okay, DC. Huh?
Oh, I thought she was still going. I didn't know she was. My bad. Coffee hit me.
He literally said.
I thought he was just trying to get my attention.
DC, know you're there. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Not really.
When you said the coffee hit me, we had that look. Now that I'm thinking,
he definitely had the coffee hit me look.
I was playing the game of no, I was playing.
No, it's a game to play. You're gonna need to make it.
Short or shat.
Short, shat or fart.
What just happened just now?
America's popular game on Highway 52.
Oh no! Oh my God!
You mean that truck at rush hour? And you in the far lane, you can't even get to your exit because you can't get over. Like, help! Let me, please. Let me over, please. Anywho,
I have a story, but I won't tell it.
Girl,
no.
Oh no!
You can tell it off there. You can tell it when we done. You can tell it when we're done.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if we have time or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know a guy who runs the show. Don't worry about it.
Somebody own this shit. You can catch me on What the Shit. Me, Chris, and Courtney tomorrow night. We have, and I swear to God, I keep butchering my guy's name. He just wrote a kid's book called Billy Dipper's Time to Shine. He actually wrote a whole bunch of books, and he's a Marine. A captain in the Marines. His name is Ole Igumier. I think I said it right. He's an author. He's coming on the show. We got singer-songwriter Ryan Lane coming on tomorrow night. We also have Miss Kiki Chanel, who is our guest host for this week, coming on. And we have 3 codes to give away for Sister Soldier's new book, Life After Death. So I got 3 codes to give away for that. So you're going to get a free digital download of that. But the hashtag is WTS Love that you got to use during the show, live commenting to get in the drawing to win the book. So there's that. Also, Council of Creators is coming.
Oh, are you still doing your like your oldest shit kind of trivia?
Damn, how old are you? I'm actually bringing that back. Actually, do we have time?
Yeah. We'll make time.
Sequoia, we're going to play Damn How Old Are You? So the way this works is there's 4 categories, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. I give you 4 questions. You get it right, you win a book code, I guess. So this is for the 80s.
Okay.
Which professional boxer rose to fame in the mid to late 80s? A, Muhammad Ali. B, Sugar Ray Robinson. C, Rocky Marciano. Or D, Mike Tyson.
I'm going to say Rocky. Oh, what? No.
It's Mike Tyson. It's ludicrous.
I like her reaction. What? No. Mike cheated.
Sorry, what was the answer?
It was Mike Tyson. It was Ludacris.
I was going to say that, but I figured the movie, whatever.
She said, "What? No."
Wrong. She was thinking of wrong Rocky.
Wrong Rocky.
Well, there you go.
What was the first Mary-Kate and Ashley movie? A. Billboard Dad. B. It Takes Two. C. To Grandma's House We Go. D. How the West Was Fun. And this is a question from the 90s.
How the West was fun. That's so funny. Sorry.
I'll give it to you again.
We ate those movies up at sleepovers. Y'all understand?
Chris, wasn't it just tell you how I'm bad at trivia?
No, you're doing so great. You're doing so great. Which was their first movie? A. Billboard Dad. B. It Takes Two. C. To Grandma's House We Go. Or D. How the West Was Fun.
Were you saying C to give me the answer? Okay, cool.
It was C.
I'll shoot. I have a 3. I'll have 2 after.
Oh shit. Okay. This is 2000s. Which pop star taught you how to spell bananas?
No.
A. Britney Spears.
Brittany!
I didn't even get through the question. She was like, "Oh God, no." A. Britney Spears. B. Gwen Stefani. C. Christina Aguilera. Or D. Edgar Levine.
We know it's Gwen Stefani. It's B.
Okay, so she said she knows.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Gwen Stefani, so that's why I was like, "Oh, it's Gwen Stefani."
Last one, 2010.
Wait. Brandy's look when you mentioned Britney Spears, she was like, and she's never.
Brittany would never spell out a fruit. Okay, she doesn't. No, but I love Gwen too. That's my birthday twin. So.
Okay, 2010. Which TV musical was broadcast live from New York City? A. The Sound of Music. B. Hairspray. C. Peter Pan. Or D. Jesus Christ Superstar.
I don't know. Jesus Christ Superstar? Maybe? No.
Tell her what you won, Bob. You got 3 out of 4.
Okay.
She was a lifetime supply of Chef Salty Bones. Oh.
The mega version.
She won the copy of Sister Soldier's book Life After Death. I'll be sending her that code pretty shortly. And through your email, I put it through to you and won that one. So, because I sure as hell
tell all your friends it's the hottest game show that's sweeping the nation.
It is.
Because we're trying to find out: are you old or you're young? Damn, how old are you?
If it was more obscure, I would probably know more 80s things. But
well, it's actually a bunch of cards. It's a bunch from the 80s, bunch from the 90s. So I really just kind of limited it to 4 just because. Which I actually got to do another game night with this game.
Yes, you do.
That's next. Okay.
What the shit game nights? What the fuck?
We are.
Yeah, what the shit game night?
Yeah, soon. All right.
Well, on that note, you can find me on IG, Chris.Fury1, and TikTok, ChrisFury1. You can also find me on Blurred's Eye View on IG, all one word, and you can just go to the link tree in both IG pages and go right there, and you can follow us everywhere on social media, as well as iHeartRadio. So, I want to thank our guest, Sequoia Bostick, for joining us for our season finale.
Yeah.
We've already told everybody we'll find. So be sure to check out the link tree that we show.
One more
what
thing.
What you got?
So because in 2 weeks I'm starting the Council of Creatives, I already have Chris and Courtney in mind. Brandy and Sequoia, would you like to be a part of the initiation? Initiation? Yes. It's an initiation.
I would love to be in initiation.
I will do it.
Everybody gets initiations.
Wow. Not
Coffee.
No.
You stay moist, San Diego.
No.
But
I don't think that works for me and Chris. I don't think.
Keep it moist, fellas. Keep it moist.
Sweatpants in the summer. That's Jodeci in leather pants in the desert.
Like, whoa, your dick's not moist? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm afraid I cannot.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take my wig and go. You're not moist.
All right,
This is
start
all you,
packing
my
shit
friend.
up.
This is all you.
Packing shit up.
I forgot to add Vagabond Comics issue 13 is available on our store MV. So go there to check it out. I forgot to give you the link, but yeah, vagabondcomics.store.
If you follow all the other links that I put up there, people that's listening and watching, be sure to check her out.
Oh, we're definitely going to be talking to you because the work you do is amazing. And again, kudos to you for working with the youth. Like, that's just, we can't stress enough how big of a deal that is, because it's bigger than the stuff that we're doing for ourselves. It really is about passing that torch. So, bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming to our annunciation in 2 weeks.
I'm in.
Yes, it's an annunciation.
I want a shirt that just says DC ruined everything. Because
I do fuck up a lot of words. We do. Where I grew up at, we had a lot of fucking weird lingo where I grew up at. So I sometimes revert back to that because I'm used to talking to my friends and we talk in these shortened. But anyway, Council of Creators, yes. There's going to be an annunciation there, so join the council. Yeah.
Right with that nonsense.
Fuck it, it's only words. They don't just words.
Not only words. That's important, DC.
It's only words.
Why not?
I've heard it. Stop talking, DC.
They don't control us. I put a word wherever I want, and that motherfucker gonna do what I tell it to do.
Stop talking.
Oh my God. Be sure to check out the link.
That's confidence when you control words. I've mastered the alphabet. I bring it with a tiger. I shoot
this
London.
nigga superpowers. Black people, we supposed to get our superpowers as DC who will finally master words. He gonna be reading the shit out of books. No stuttering, no
nothing. But fuck it, they don't own us.
Oh my God! Let me finish this real quick. Be sure to check us out on all the social media sites. Blurred's Eye View. Check us out.
Moist enunciations for everyone.
Yeah. Check me out Thursday. Check me out Thursday. Every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Same channel. As I do Fury's reaction reviews until we come back in another 2 weeks with the regular show. We'll talk to geek with other Blurred members. So remember to entertain yourself and others, educate yourself and others, and encourage yourself and others. We want to thank,
and most importantly, stay moist, my friends.
Stay moist.
What if the Dos Equis did that? Like, stay moist, my friends.
Most moist man in the world.
Oh my God! See you next season, everybody.
Wait.
Wait, what did you?
Wait, this comment. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to make sure the people see that comment.
Bring it back. The moist t-shirts. There you go. I expect moist t-shirts. There you go.
Right. She ain't talking about sweating either.
Yeah.
They don't come with every chocolate on the shoulder.
All your shirts, moist chocolate, baby.
Free chocolate chips on the shoulder.
Have me coil in on myself.
See y'all next season.